All right, good morning, everybody. You should have submitted your wind farm synthesis timed writing essay to Turnitin.com by last night. If you have yet to do that, you need to make every effort to make sure that it is done today. It is a major grade, and we've talked about that we are starting to tighten up our deadlines. I am going over samples for this released prompt, and when I do, I will no longer be accepting this timed writing essay. So make sure you look at your week at a glance to know when those are coming. But I'm going to start checking off Turnitin.com today. So let's make sure that if you haven't already emailed me, if you're having difficulty, that you make every effort to do that ASAP. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about our current event assignment. We did this last 9 weeks. And a lot of you had really positive feedback about it, especially being able to choose something that you wanted to read, especially that was current. And so we're going to do it again, but we're going to have a little bit of an edge to it, and where we ask you to look at a column. And a column, you think of a columnist, they're somebody who has built up a following. A lot of the times they're affiliated with certain entities like the Washington Post or NPR or something like that. So I'm going to ask that you still continue to look at only the past 3 months, but there is a columnist list that says columnist list 2021. You'll make a copy of it. And I've hyperlinked a few options here that I'd really like you to stick to. So another thing you want to consider is that with these different columns, they give you like a certain limit of articles that you can access before you have to start paying for them. So don't do that, but definitely try to see what you can search around on your own within reason. Remember, the whole point of a columnist is that they are writing their opinion. These are in your face opinions. They are not meant to be neutral. And so this is something that I think we'll be looking at in terms of rhetorical analysis, because you want to see what types of language they're using based on their persona, based on the platform, based on audience, etc. And then, of course, exigence is something that should be fairly easy to identify, because it is something that has happened within the last 3 months, and there have been a lot of politically charged opinions. Not that you want to necessarily go with something political, but the point being that there are a lot of heavy opinionated articles out there right now. So you'll be able to find something, hopefully, that will pique your interest. So for some of these links, if you hover over the column, they'll give you a little bit of information about who the columnist is. Sometimes they'll even have their picture. I want to say the New York Times is really good about loading their pictures sometimes. Maybe not. Maybe Washington Post. There you go. So you'll be able to see his little bio. You can see kind of when they write, what they talk about. And so if there's something that is not on this list that you would rather write about, and it's a column, right, a columnist, please make sure you discuss that option with me prior to completing the assignment, which we'll go over tomorrow. So your only assignment for today is the columnist selection. So in a new entry, you're going to provide a link to the column you've chosen, and then you're going to discuss reasoning for your selection. Now, this assignment will lock on Wednesday by 11:59. So if you've not completed it within the 2 days, it'll be a 0. And the reason for that is because this current event assignment will be due by Thursday night at midnight. So therefore, after Wednesday, what is the point of completing the assignment when the actual major grade is due Thursday? So just so you know, I'm giving you little notes like this where I ask that it be due today, but if something comes up and you're still working through something else, it will lock on Wednesday, period, and I will not unlock it. Because like I said, once these summative due dates pass, there's no point in doing any of the daily assignments anymore. So the last thing that is on here is a new attendance update. So a lot of you were emailing me on Friday telling me that you were present. That is no longer the case, and you need to make sure that you're keeping up with your attendance announcements. So if you click on the left where it says Northside ISD LMS, you'll see that you have 2 little tabs. One is your course dashboard, of course, and then one is your recent activity. When you look at recent activity, anything that has been sent to the Brandeis High School community, you'll be able to see it here. So you have information to juniors about Jostens, on Thursday the 21st about class rings. You have information about school picture day for the next 3 days starting today. Then you also have these attendance updates. And if you look at this, it says if you do not participate in Zoom class meetings, you will be marked absent and your parents will receive a phone call. Now, that doesn't mean that you lose your absent or your attendance credit for the day forever. It just means that as long as you log into Schoology in that course before 11:59, it will be able to run a report that will correct the attendance, but it takes 2 to 3 business days. So the moral of the story is, yes, you can still continue to not come to Zooms and get your attendance credit only if you actually engage in the course, not just logging into Schoology, period. But if you really want to avoid the hassle of getting the daily phone calls, then just log into your Zoom classes because that is how we are supposed to be taking attendance via Zoom or in-person learners. Okay, I know that's another one of many attendance updates, but that is the one Mr. Miranda just posted. So if you have any sort of issues in any class, you need to refer to what Mr. Miranda sent last Wednesday. He also sent it to all teachers as well. So you can reach out to him if you need further clarification or any of the office attendance secretaries, and they'll be happy to assist you. Okay, so please make sure you understand that simply emailing me will no longer suffice. You have to be present in Zoom for me to take your attendance. But if you're absent from the Zoom class and you still turn something in into Schoology or what have you, it's okay. It'll be corrected through the attendance office, but it'll take up to 2 to 3 business days. All right. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday, and I hope to see you on Zoom as is expected. All right. Take care.